The big bad wolf cleared his throat and called out the code phrase, "The stormy night." The little white sheep responded, "The stormy night." But what happened next left them both utterly stunned. The little sheep never expected that the other would turn out to be a big bad wolf. The wolf, equally surprised, hadn't imagined his date would be a lamb. They stared at each other, wide-eyed. The situation couldn't have been more awkward. Yet, despite the colossal misunderstanding, the lamb didn't turn and flee. Instead, she kept her promise and joined the wolf for lunch. After all, if Luca the wolf had really wanted to eat her, she wouldn't have survived last night. It all began on that stormy night. A sudden bolt of lightning sent the little sheep hiding in the bushes, trembling and unable to move. That was how she got separated from her flock. As the rain poured down, a lightning strike zapped her, sending her leaping and writhing in pain. She was nearly roasted alive. Panicked, she tumbled down a slope and dashed into the forest. But the lightning seemed to have a lock on her, chasing her relentlessly. Though she ran for her life, death brushed close more than once. Luckily, up ahead stood an abandoned wooden cabin. The little sheep rushed inside for shelter. Little did she know that single decision would change her destiny forever. As it turned out, Luca the wolf had also taken refuge in that very cabin. But with the pitch-black darkness all around, he didn't realize the newcomer was a little goat. Each assumed the other was one of their own, and they struck up a conversation. Luca shared that he lived in Chomp Valley, home to many fierce beasts. Dangerous as it was, it suited him well. Hearing this, the little sheep admired his courage and said she came from Fluffy Mountain, where the grass grew lush and green. The wolf couldn't help but feel envious. Fluffy Mountain was known for its plump, delicious food. No sooner had he spoken than drool dripped uncontrollably from his mouth. The lamb thought he was talking about the grass, but in fact, he meant the sheep themselves. They went on to talk about many things, from the universe and geography to relationships and values, from childhood losses to everyday troubles. Both had been scolded by their grandmothers when they were young. Both were afraid of thunder. And both loved playing in the neighboring Fuzzy Valley. With so many similarities, they soon considered each other kindred spirits. They agreed to meet for a meal the next day, using the stormy night as their secret code. And so, the scene from the beginning unfolded. It just goes to show fate works in mysterious ways. Two creatures from entirely different species, brought together by a chance encounter, became irreplaceable characters in each other's lives. They chose a mountaintop for their lunch spot, a journey that wound through 18 bends along the mountain path. But as they rounded a sharp corner, Luca's lunchbox slipped and tumbled off the cliff. Seeing it was gone for good, he awkwardly insisted he wasn't hungry. But his words were betrayed by the loud growling of his stomach. Staring at the little sheep's plump backside, a tear of weakness escaped the corner of Luca's mouth. Still, he remembered his own words. He might not look like a good wolf, but he valued friendship above all. So, Luca pushed the thought out of his mind. Before long, they reached the mountaintop. The stunning view lifted their spirits. What a perfect spot for a picnic, the little lamb sighed happily. But as she opened her lunchbox, ready to share her meal with Luca, a sudden thought struck her. Wait, do wolves even eat grass? The answer was obvious. That lunchbox you dropped earlier. Was it a lamb lunchbox, by any chance? The wolf quickly denied it, claiming, "I can't stand the taste of lamb. The smell alone makes me sick."